It's a great pleasure, friends, to be speaking to the incoming leaders of zones 4, 5, 6, and 7. As we ended a year 2020, which was wrecked by the corona pandemic, I am reminded of the lines from the famous book by Charles Dickens, A Tale of Two Cities. It begins thus: it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the season of light, it was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair. I think these lines capture the year which has gone by. A year which started with a note of hope, hope of Rotary connections and Rotary opportunities. But soon the pandemic struck and it descended into darkness and despair. But amidst all this darkness and despair, if there was one beacon of light which shone through, that was the beacon of our Rotary Foundation. Because the history of the last 9 months have shown that in spite of all this darkness and despair, Rotarians remained committed to the Rotary Foundation. Not only Rotarians remained committed, but their commitment grew both in program participation and in support to the Rotary Foundation. And this was something which was expected from Rotarians. And therefore, today, I think our commitment to the Rotary Foundation is more important than ever before. The last 6 months have shown, and Trustee Chair Ravi and Trustee Gulam will bear me out, that the global grants have multiplied many-fold as compared to the previous years. And therefore, our responsibility and our commitment to the Rotary Foundation has to be much more than ever before. The Rotary Foundation is a unique window of opportunity for all of us. Look through that window of opportunity and you will see a kaleidoscope of international programs. Programs to improve lives, provide shelter, improve communities, and promote peace and understanding. Through this window of our Rotary Foundation, each one of us has a unique opportunity of international service to do good in the world. Individually, you and I cannot be doing something working much for peace. But through the programs of the Rotary Foundation, we can definitely make a difference and work for world understanding and peace, friends. Look through this window and you will see the millions of people who are hungry, who have no food, who have no water, who have no sanitation, who have no shelter. And we have two options. Either we can close our eyes and ignore this window, or through this window of the Rotary Foundation, we can build a better world. Emerson says, to know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, that is the meaning of success, friends. The Rotary Foundation is that power of one Rotarian, one club, one district, multiplied many times over. Because the foundation programs benefit millions around the world. Food to the hungry, water to the thirsty, medicines to the sick, shelter to the homeless, and of course, polio eradication. When people are hungry, there is a natural tendency to fight and try to grab what is not there. I believe sincerely that 3 B's are necessary for peace: bread, bed, and basic education. And Rotary Foundation is working for just such peace by providing bed, bread, and basic education to all of us. The potential of Rotary Foundation work is only limited by our own imagination. Helen Keller was blind. She was once asked, Miss Keller, is there anything worse than being blind? She said, yes, having sight but no vision. It is the Rotary Foundation that provides that forward-looking vision to Rotary. But one simple fact remains. All the work of Rotary Foundation, all the programs of the Rotary Foundation depend on one thing, one factor alone, And that is our contribution and support to the Rotary Foundation. Success of the foundation programs tomorrow requires our support today. And why do we give to the Rotary Foundation? Why do we support the Rotary Foundation? We support the Rotary Foundation because our Rotary Foundation has a track record of outstanding work, excellent projects, a track record of fiscal prudence, fiscal discipline, and very importantly, sound stewardship practices. We give to the Rotary Foundation because we know that the monies that we give are used wisely and well by other Rotarians. And that together, through the Rotary Foundation, we can do much more than we can ever think of doing alone. We give to the Rotary Foundation because the work of the Rotary Foundation is done by the Rotarians in 36,000 clubs, in 535 districts, and each and every corner of the world, Rotarians who have the experience and expertise in executing the projects which are needed to be executed by the Rotary Foundation. And we give to the Rotary Foundation because the foundation has a philosophy of sustainability. The foundation believes that it is not just important to give fish to the people, but it is also important to teach people to fish so that they can earn and live a better life year after year, not just one time. And the most important, fifth and most important reason we give to the Rotary Foundation is because what I call as the concept of effective giving. Effective giving. When you give to other organizations, and I have no intention of downgrading other organizations, you are not sure of how your money will be used. It may be used for the programs, it may be used for buying a place, salary, eating, whatever it may be used. When we give to the Rotary Foundation, we know that over 92% of the money that we give to the Rotary Foundation is used only for the program of the Rotary Foundation. When I was governor of 3140 and Gulam was RRFC, Gulam knows this, past president of Rotary, Harshad Mehta became the first person, Indian, to give $1 million to the Rotary Foundation. And in the district conference, we honored Harshad Bhai and his wife Naina Ben. Harshad Bhai doesn't speak much, but his wife Naina Ben said that we are Jains. And our Jain philosophy teaches us that what is the wealth that we have is not really ours. It is just passing through our hands. And if it passes through our hands, through the Rotary Foundation to the community, we are most happy because we know that the money will be used effectively, efficiently, wisely, transparently, and for the purpose for which we are giving. Friends, the concept of effective giving. When we give to the Rotary Foundation, it is truly, truly effective giving, friends. When should we give to the Rotary Foundation? The best time to give to the Rotary Foundation was yesterday. The second best time is today, friends. And remember, one fact remains. Anne Frank always used to say that no one has ever become poor by giving, friends. The world history shows that nobody has become poor by giving, friends. And therefore, it is my request to all of you, of course, participate in the programs of the Rotary Foundation, the district grants, the global grants, the educational programs, other programs. But equally important, please promote supporting the Rotary Foundation and especially supporting two funds. The demand on the global grants has really brought into sharp focus the importance of supporting our annual fund. It is critically important that annual fund support has to grow year upon year. Because if that does not grow, soon global grants will dry off and we won't be able to do the projects and activities that we really need to do. And of course, polio. Our commitment to polio will ensure that we leave behind the best legacy that we can leave for our children and our grandchildren, friends. And therefore, when you as governors make a visit to the club, please share all these reasons I have shared with you, friends, especially the concept of effective giving with the Rotarians of your club. Encourage two last points, friends. Encourage each and every Rotarian to contribute to the Rotary Foundation. I always say, think big, dream big. Of course, aim for Arch Club Society members, major donors. But it is equally important, if not more important, that each and every Rotarian should be giving to the Rotary Foundation, because that then will cultivate in them a sense of ownership of our Rotary Foundation. And therefore, encourage each and every Rotarian to give to Rotary Foundation, each and every club to give to the Rotary Foundation. And of course, it is important to have AKS members. But remember, significant achievements are not always made by giant leaps, but most of the times they are made by small incremental steps. And therefore, when you talk to the clubs, encourage your clubs to give 20% more or 15% more or 10% more or 25% more as compared to the last year, friends. I know you will do all other things, but remember these two strategies, friends. I have always believed that there comes a special moment in a person's life for which that person is born. For the governor nominees, that moment of planning, preparation, and training starts from 1st July 2021. And importantly, for the governor elects, that moment of executing and fulfilling the goals and dreams you have had starts from 1st July 2021. The torch of leadership and service is passing into your hands, my friends. It is your turn to write a new chapter in your clubs, in your district, a new chapter in Rotary service, and a new chapter in our Rotary Foundation. Hold that torch a little bit higher, make it burn a little bit brighter. Make that chapter a good chapter in your district's history. Wish each and every one of you all the very best as you go forward and do your best in the year 21-22. Thank you very much.